What up, it's your boy? Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, check out the playlist. Still up here north. Gonna be bouncing around from Alwater to Merced to San Mateo and all of those areas, you know what I mean? More videos to come, so don't say I left out anybody. Be patient. Starting off with.
You are now watching M.O.D. Entertainment. Make sure you subscribe and check out the playlist.
I grew up hearing gunshots in the late night. Ghetto bird, police sirens as a mother cries. Just another victim of the Soundbrown genocide. Locos posted, locked and loaded, ready to take lives. And when they heard the chieflet, they would duck up out of sight. Like your car when the sundown, it was mission time. You had to stay alert, cause bullets always travel blind. We stayed posted, we stayed drinking, and we getting high. Marchando down the enemy's neighborhood as we ride. Put the hood, put the glica sample, fuck their side. No regrets, but the truth is no peace of mind.
G-File.
Now here we have the Alwater Dukes, A-Town, the A-Town Surenos, is a phrase that they like to use. Now the A-Town Surenos, the Alwater Dukes, they're right here in the city of Alwater, so not to be confused with Alwater Village that's in Northeast LA, two different neighborhoods, no connection. You know what I mean? Just that, that one's over there is Alwater Village, you know what I mean? I know it's the city of Alwater, but this is over here close to Merced is where this neighborhood is located at. It's a small town, you know what I mean? Now this neighborhood started since the 1990s. Roughly around that time, early 90s is when this neighborhood was established. You know what I mean? And they down, homie. They put in work. A neighborhood that gives law enforcement, a hard time. Definitely has made the news several times too. For shootings, drug, sales, and vehicle thefts and robberies and homicides. The works, homie. You know what I'm saying? They're pretty large in numbers. Obviously, they use the falcon because of the school right there. That's the mascot. So it's like their logo that they like to use. You know what I mean? And obviously, you guys already know the blue because obviously they Sureños. And to establish a neighborhood right there, when on those sides, you guys already know that is, heavily filled with northerners. For neighborhoods just to come and establish sets, it's pretty righteous. It takes a lot of, heart and balls. So they stay true to their to their guns and put it down over there. They keep it active. They definitely with the business. You definitely hear about them. You know what I mean? So yeah, this is one neighborhood that you definitely be hearing about over there, going at it with the surrounding neighborhoods and definitely putting their body up on the map. You feel me? All right, now here in Fremont, close to Hayward, another neighborhood that you have right here that you definitely hear about, you know what I mean, is the SPL neighborhood. Now, the SPL neighborhood stands for Sureños, Pocos, Locos, or, Central Avenue, because obviously Central Avenue is where they're located, is their dojo, their main spot, you know what I mean? One of the larger Sureño neighborhoods over here, putting it down for Fremont and Hayward. I know you have the South Gates. You got South Gardens. They have which is in South Hayward, and then you have the BST neighborhood and all that. But I would say that the SPL neighborhood probably has to be the largest, the one you definitely hear about. They definitely be active, and these guys ain't no chumps. You come over here tripping, they lay it down. So this is one neighborhood that these guys are with the business. They definitely be right there representing it and holding it down for their side and putting their bottle up on the map. You feel me? Here's another neighborhood right here that I have already covered a few times, and it is connected. It is all one united hood. You have the Mexican Locos neighborhood, but over here is like the Sureño Mexican Locos, so it's SML, but it's all the same thing. The Mexican Local neighborhood is located right here. Also putting it down and be representing right there in the city of South Hayward. So they're more located like in the south of Hayward, almost by like BSC and like South Gardens. You know what I mean? And these guys ain't no chumps, man. They with the business. Like I already said it before. Is individually in the locations, they may not be that large, but as a whole, they got numbers. They ain't no chumps. You definitely be hearing about them, and and they definitely be right there representing, putting their barrio up on the map. Like there's another neighborhood, like I said, this one made the news a gang of times already. There's multiple articles on these guys. And yeah, they be right there representing it and keeping it active. Okay, right here in Oakland, now you have the Southside Sureno neighborhood. Three S's. This is a small neighborhood, roughly new. Haven't been around that long, only since the late 90s, early 2000s, right there in Oakland, representing, for the Southside Sur gang. So SUR, you already know. They all say that they're all one, but then I hear that they're different. So take that, what you can get out of that. But yeah, this neighborhood be right here in Oakland. More about the southern unity, like Sureños, like coming together. All about the blue type, stuff going at it with like the surrounding neighborhood, like Border Brothers. Seems like they don't really, like each other, and the surrounding neighborhoods out there, and yeah, they be right there representing. Now here you have in Livermont, you have the Southside Rascals, or Southside Riders. Either one. I have seen it up either way. So it's the SSR neighborhood. Now this neighborhood is the largest right here in Livermont. Definitely be with the business. Going at it with the surrounding neighborhoods right there, because you already know in Oakland that should be cracking, homie. Like it ain't no joke right there, man. That should be popping. It's a danger zone, especially like I said for these guys, because that's like more northern territory. Not only that, you have like the Crips, Bloods, and homeboys don't seem to have the best relationships with those sets, nor with the Border Brothers. Or it seems like it's just pretty much it's a free for all. A handicap match was. But the homeboys still be right there representing it and holding it down. Pretty large in numbers. For this neighborhood. Like I said, may not be like large as the like gangs like in like L.A. or something like that, but they still have their numbers, and they got their soldiers, their riders, pues, and they be right there representing it and holding it down. These guys ain't no chumps, no pushovers. I mean, you come over, you're tripping. I mean, you already know. And they be right there representing for Oakland, and putting their barrio up on the map and holding it down. Also, because they have other Sureno neighborhoods over here. But this is one of the, more larger ones. Now, right here, starting off, you got the largest neighborhood in this region, with multiple cliques in several cities, like Oakland, Livermore, and Merced. I know Merced was a strong norteño like hold. They were probably the only neighborhood there, but these guys have moved in and called it home. They have it tattooed on them. It's how they write it, and everything like that. Now, the Southside Locos neighborhood is separated into different cliques, like the 13th Street, the 57s, 47s, crazy. Depending on which area they're coming from. You know what I mean? So they're the largest of the neighborhood over here. The one that's the most recognized, the one that's the one that's the most known. You know what I mean? This neighborhood definitely be with the business. They keep it active. You know what I'm saying? Like these guys, you hear about them. They made the news several times, and even with all the sweeps and everything that law enforcement has tried to do, it hasn't seemed to slow down the size and the numbers or nothing like that. They're still large in their size, and they still be right there representing, going at it with surrounding neighborhoods. Seems like almost everybody. You know what I mean? Very few allies, just like the other Sureno neighborhoods right there, but that's about it. Other than that, it's like pretty much is a no holds bar. But like I said, it's the set that is more recognized over here, and more they're gonna be recognized by the city that they're claiming. They'll have it tatted on them. Whether it's Merced, whether it's Oakland, Livermore, and all of that. You get what I'm saying? But that is the neighborhood that be representing over here, and for all these sides, and definitely be putting their barrio up on the map. These guys ain't no joke. They be holding it down and putting their barrio up on the map right there. And another neighborhood that you have over here on this side, representing for the city of San Mateo, you have the barrio San Mateo Surenos neighborhood, San Mateo Surenos, the largest neighborhood on San Mateo. The one that be representing it and putting it down, the one you hear about. I mean, you hear about MS and like 18th Street and all those other sets on this side. But this is the one that's born bred right here. The one that be keeping it active. Definitely, you hear about them. They definitely be right there representing it and putting their neighborhood on the map. Not only that, they actually have a few rolas right here on YouTube. You guys want to scope them out? They actually get down, homie. These vatos, they definitely have talent. They do their thing, I feel their beats, and their stilo and stuff like that. So it was more newer, but still street, um, they got their, they doing their thing, and right there representing for their barrio and putting it out there. You know what I mean? Holding it down for the San Mateo Sureños, roaming around right there, San Mateo, and doing their thing. You feel me? Definitely be representing and putting their barrio on the map.